The sky over London that afternoon seemed heavier than ever. The news had just spread, shaking both the media and fans. Tony McGill, Katrina Balfe's secretive husband, had suddenly made a shocking revelation directly related to Sam Heughan. For many years, the love rumors between Sam and Katrina had been like a smoldering fire, never completely extinguished. Although both of them repeatedly denied it, their eyes, gestures and unusual attachment on screen and in real life always made the public half believe. Tony McGill, who always chose to stay silent in the face of gossip, suddenly broke that silence with a straightforward statement, enough to change everything. "It's time for everything to end. I can't pretend anymore," Tony said in a deep, determined voice in the live video, just a few minutes ago. The audience was stunned. His words were like a sharp knife that tore apart the veil of secrecy that had been hidden for so long. And the character Tony mentioned was none other than Sam Heughan. Tony affirmed, "Sam is not just a co-star. He is the reason my marriage with Katrina has been shaky for many years. I tried to keep it a secret, but now I choose the truth." A wave of anger and confusion erupted immediately. Comments on social networks were overwhelming, from criticism of Sam to sympathy for Katrina. But what made everyone choke was Tony's next statement: "Katrina and I have decided to divorce. It's over, right now." No one expected that a marriage that was once considered stable would collapse so suddenly. And even less expected Tony to choose to make this information public, without discussing it with Katrina beforehand. For Sam Heughan, the news came like a bolt from the blue. He was in Paris for a press conference for the final season of Outlander when his phone rang. Text messages, calls, emails, all revolving around the same question: "Are you the reason Katrina and Tony broke up?" Sam walked out of the backstage, his eyes filled with confusion and worry. He had never publicly announced his relationship with Katrina, but the memories and intimate moments behind the scenes were all real. And now, with Tony bringing it all to light, Sam was forced to confront it. Fans stood outside the Paris hotel where he was staying, chanting his and Katrina's names. They wanted answers, but Sam, as usual, kept quiet. He only left a meaningful status on social media. "Sometimes the truth is not what you see, but the heart never lies." That short post immediately fueled the fire of controversy. Was it a confession, or just a way to affirm his innocence? Meanwhile, Katrina remained completely silent. The actress disappeared from social media, not appearing at any events. That silence made everyone believe that Tony was not lying. A close source revealed that Katrina was extremely shocked when her husband publicly announced his decision to divorce. She felt betrayed when the most private matter was turned into the center of the world. However, this source also hinted, what Tony said is not necessarily wrong. Katrina and Sam always have a bond that is difficult for anyone to interfere with. In the midst of the storm, Sam decided to call Tony directly. The conversation only lasted a few minutes, but it was enough for the two men to face each other frankly. It is not known exactly what they said, but then a leak spread from a close reporter. Tony said to Sam, "You win. I let go." That sentence seemed to end the marriage that lasted for many years. It also opened a new, uncertain chapter between Sam and Katrina. Will they make their relationship public? Or will they continue to choose silence to protect their careers? The British media immediately called this the biggest emotional crisis in the film industry this year. Outlander fans were divided into two factions. One supported Sam and Katrina to get together, the other criticized Sam for being an interloper. But the most surprising thing was the rumor leaked from within the film crew. Katrina once told close friends that she couldn't deny her feelings for Sam, no matter how hard she tried. If that is true, then Tony's decision is a liberation for everyone. That night, Paris was bathed in a golden glow. Sam stood on the balcony of the hotel, looking down at the fans still chanting his and Katrina's names. He smiled slightly, a smile that was both painful and hopeful. Because he knew, from the moment Tony said, "It's over," his and Katrina's lives would never be the same again. And the world would never stop watching this story. The next morning, news of Katrina Balfe and Tony McGill's divorce was all over the news. From New York to Los Angeles, from Paris to London, the headlines were, "Tony McGill let go. Is Sam Heughan behind it all?" The pressure was on Katrina. Her phone kept ringing, dozens of messages from friends, colleagues and even strangers. But Katrina just kept quiet, turned off the phone and retreated to her small house in the Dublin suburbs. She needed some quiet time to face herself. A close friend revealed to the press, "Katrina cried a lot. She never wanted things to go this far. But deep down, Katrina knew Tony was right. She couldn't deny her feelings for Sam anymore." Meanwhile, Sam was surrounded by reporters as she left her hotel in Paris. A reporter asked directly, "Are you the reason why that marriage broke up?" Sam paused for a few seconds, his eyes solemn. "I will not answer that question right now. But believe me, I never wanted to hurt anyone." That ambiguous statement further stirred up public opinion. Outlander fan pages were full of comments, arguing endlessly. Some people were happy because they thought that Claire and Jamie had finally become a reality in real life. But there were also many people disappointed, thinking that Sam had broken up a family. Unexpectedly, that evening, Katrina appeared for the first time after the divorce news. She walked out of the house, wearing a long black coat, her face tired but her eyes determined. In front of the camera, she simply said, "Yes, it's over. I don't deny my feelings for Sam, but please don't turn it into a verdict. We are just normal people, we know how to love, how to make mistakes, how to hurt." That moment immediately caused a stir. Fans burst into tears. Katrina had admitted. Those words not only confirmed Tony's words, but also opened a whole new chapter in her and Sam's lives. Sam, upon hearing the news, couldn't hold back his tears. He called Katrina immediately, and in the short call, he only said, "From now on, I won't leave you alone anymore." And so, amidst the storm of public opinion, a love, once hidden, once denied, now began to rise, stronger than ever.